Welcome back to a new video in this series about ComfyUI and running AI locally. Today we're going back to ACEP and specifically to music generation. In a previous video we saw how to generate music using the earlier version. Now that version 1.5 is out, along with the XL variant and the ability to train custom LoRAs. We're going to see how to train our own LoRAs directly inside ComfyUI. Let's take a look at the training workflow. In the description, you'll find everything you need to download and set this up. And if you find this useful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. So, the workflow is divided into two main parts. In the first part, the top section, we create the dataset. Technically, the dataset is a structured JSON file automatically generated by the pipeline. It contains a list of samples with metadata extracted or inferred from each audio file. This includes things like musical key and scale, BPM, genre and style description, instrumentation, presence of vocals or instrumental classification, and optionally lyrics or transcription. All of this is used to condition the model during training. In this section, we only need to do two things. Select the folder path where our training audio files are stored. Define the output path where the processed dataset and tensors will be generated. The input audio files can be WAV or MP3, but for best results I recommend using high-quality .wav files to avoid compression artifacts affecting the encoding. Once the dataset is scanned, the LLM loader is used to analyze each sample. Under the hood, the audio is first converted into discrete codes using the ACEP audio tokenizer and VA encoder. These codes are then passed to the LLM, which generates structured captions and metadata. This step is called auto-labeling, and it's what allows you to train without manually writing captions. After that, the dataset goes through a pre-processing step. Audio is encoded into latent representations. Text is encoded through the clip/text encoder, and everything is saved into .point tensor files. Once the dataset is ready, we move to the second part, training. Here we simply set the dataset path, the pre-processed tensors directory, define the output path where the LoRA will be saved, and configure the training parameters. These parameters include LoRA rank and alpha, which control capacity and strength, learning rate, number of epochs, gradient accumulation, and target modules inside the transformer layers. I'll leave some example configurations in the description that you can use as a starting point. At this point, you just run the workflow and let the training complete. Once the training is finished, you'll get your LoRA. This will be a safe tensors file, along with a config file. To use it, you need to copy the safe tensors file into the model/LoRAs folder inside ComfyUI, and restart ComfyUI so it gets detected. Using the LoRA is very simple. Just load the default ACEP 1.5 workflow for generation. Then, add a load LoRA node, and place it right after the model loading node. So the pipeline becomes model, LoRA, sampler, and audio output. This way, the LoRA directly influences the generation. To trigger it properly, make sure to use the same tag you defined during training. That tag acts as a conditioning token, guiding the model toward the learned style. And that's it. You now have a full pipeline to build a dataset, automatically label it, train a LoRA, and use it for custom music generation, all locally inside ComfyUI. Before wrapping up a video, I'll let you listen to a few tracks I created using my LoRA, and I'll also show a quick comparison between a track generated without the LoRA and one with the LoRA applied. You'll notice immediately how the overall quality, consistency, and style adherence improve once the LoRA is active. I'll also leave you some of my LoRAs in a ready-to-use workflow, so you can use them as a starting point for your own experiments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.
luce stellare.